from Anderson Field at Bobcat Stadium. It's OHSAA girls soccer. This matchup features the Zanesville Lady Devils and the Grandview Heights Bobcats. Hi again, everybody. Murphy Horning alongside with Calvin Horning today, who will be our color analyst. John Sterniker, our production assistant. He's the one turning the camera for you tonight. Final tune-up for the Bobcats here. It was senior night. 5 seniors honored: Ruby Gentile, Olivia Girardi, Maddie Arndt, Whitney Schaefer, and Adele Bechtel. So there's a nice ceremony before the game. But the playoffs for the Bobcats will start Tuesday versus Cristo Rey, and we should bring that one to you. And we also should bring you the boys' first playoff game versus the winner of West Jeff and Millersport. But we still got some action to do tonight, and looks like Taylor Pierce will kick off here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, these are always fun games. The ones right before the playoffs start, kind of, I guess, inconsequential, but nice time to relax, tune up for the playoffs. Should be a good game.
Yeah. We're still waiting for the ready for play. Cats, all players are in their positions. Cats are in the all blues. The Devils, they're on the all whites. Gentile in the gray jersey, and Rylan Humphrey, the keeper for Zanesville, is in the neon green jersey, yellow, whatever you want to call it. But see, the referees are pointing towards something at the far end of the field. I'm not sure what they're looking at, but now I see an official walking to talk over to Mike Myrna, the head guy for Grandview Heights, or at least trotting over towards the Grandview sideline. And we'll see what, not sure what this is about here. You have any idea, Calvin?
Yeah, I really have no idea what is going on. There's a hole
in the net. Okay. Huh.
This is
And it looks like Christina Pinney, one of the assistants, will put a zip tie in the net here, and after that we'll be ready to rock and roll.
interesting problem to have.
Huh. Good thing that was spotted when it was, though. All right, at any rate, we're underway here. Ball's kicked into Zanesville territory. It's rolling towards the end of the field and out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for Zanesville.
Exciting first play. Try and bomb one deep.
Yeah. Cats go for the home run ball right away. Goal kick out of Zanesville's defensive end. There's Lindsey Bertani, Taylor Pierce giving chase. Cats try to center it towards the middle. See if Giorski will keep it in here. She does. Kick towards the far post, trickling towards the end line, out of bounds. Goal kick for Zanesville.
Cats have pushed forward quite a lot in this first minute, trying to set the tone for the rest of the game.
Actually, correction, that's Riley Antonez, who's in goal for Zanesville. Cats have had possession the first minute of the game. There's Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer trying to kick it towards the middle. There's Lindsey Bertani. Bertani being double teamed. That was Arndt chasing after it. Ball's kicked towards the middle. Zanesville trying to get it out. They do kick it out of any immediate danger, but there's Olivia Girardi, the senior, chasing after it. Kick back to Carly Orr. Carly Orr, sophomore. Here's Olivia Girardi. Girardi up ahead, looking in the area of Taylor Pierce. That pass doesn't connect. And there's Adele Bechtel. She goes short to Carly Orr, who will go back to Giorski. Giorski, there's Carly Orr with the ball. Orr, and she couldn't get out of traffic there, but there's Giorski. Giorski waiting on it. Looked like she was going to go back to Gentile there, but she did not. There's Carly Orr, and she turns it over. Here's Emma Crowenbitter of Zanesville's kicked towards the right post, and Gentile will scoop it up. 2.5 minutes into the game here. No score between Grandview and Zanesville. It is a cooler night. Maybe not. This is probably par for the course for October, but feels colder than it is because it's been so flaming hot out the past month and a half.
Has not been a very October-y October so far.
No, it has not. Got to the 11th for it to finally feel like October. There's Girardi fighting for it. Oh, they say it went off Grandview. And throw in for Zanesville. There's Taylor Pierce. Pierce lost control of the ball there. Ball's kicked towards the near sideline. There's Tia Thomas playing it. Thomas tried to find Olivia Girardi. It's kicked towards the near side, out of bounds. Cat's ball. And there's Lindsay Bertani in the box. Schaefer chasing after it towards the top right of your screen. It's kicked out. Cats will get a deep throw in.
Way to press by the Cats. Pushed it down the right sideline and tried to switch field and get it across to the left.
Pierce was tripped up there outside of the goal box. Is a foul called? I think it will be.
This will be just outside of the box.
Yeah, it'll be just outside the box. For all intents and purposes, it is a corner kick. We are 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the game here. Nothing, the score between the Bobcats and the Lady Devils of Zanesville. Jaworski to kick here for Grandview Heights. About 20 feet from the corner stick. Here we go. It goes towards the middle goal, and Riley Antonez scoops it up.
Yeah, pretty solid kick. Unfortunately, just fell right between the attackers and right into the goalie's arms.
And a one-on-one ball trickling towards the near sideline. Jillian Wiersma was chasing after it. She couldn't get there. Adele Bechtel throwing it in for Grandview Heights. Ball is chipped towards the sideline. There's Olivia Girardi. Girardi chasing after it. Kicked out of bounds. Cats will have possession here. Here's Adele Bechtel, one of the seniors, to throw in. There's Maddie Yarn giving pursuit. Cats are a little bit bunched up here. They'll probably want to spread the field here. Here's Tia Thomas. She has some space. Kicks it over to Lindsay Bertani, and a missed connection. She was passing that one in the area of Whitney Schaefer. Ball goes out of bounds, but Cats will have a throw in 35 yards from the goal. Ball is crossed. Zanesville trying to get it out. Cats keep it in at the top of the zone, but Zanesville looked like they're about to regain possession there. They do, and it's cleared back into Grandview territory. Here's Adele Bechtel. Left D to right D. There's Carly Orr. Orr upfield to Girardi. She couldn't save it. And Zanesville will have the ball.
One thing I've been noticing so far is that the Cats have been pretty bunched up on the right sideline for most of this game. A lot of quick runs up that side. I mean, sometimes it's cost them. They got a little too close, made some turnovers. Let's see if they can maybe spread the field a little bit, get it out wide.
Yeah, and they try to do that here. Pierce to Tia Thomas. Thomas, a through ball to Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer tries to cross it towards the middle. Zanesville, there's Schaefer still in pursuit, and she draws a throw in. And Schaefer will throw it in here about 20 yards from the goal. It's tossed in the area of Taylor Pierce. Ball kicked out of bounds. Grandview possession once again. 7 minutes into the first half here, no score. Grandview and Zanesville. Here's Taylor Pierce. Pierce, a shot, and the save is made by Antonez.
Cats,
It looks like Antonez is a little shaken up there. I don't know if she ran into the post or one of the officials is over there. Clock has not stopped yet. Antonez gets back up to her feet, and the official will. Looks like he'll just trot out to his normal position, and Antonez will punt this away. It's a short kick. Bounces. There's Lindsay Bertani. Schaefer tries to go across the field. Tia Thomas fighting for it.
Cats have been pushed up for most of this game, and that shot there was really their first real shot attempt of the game.
And they have had, the bulk of this game has been spent on the right side of your screen here. But the Cats, they just have not gotten any quality scoring chances as we are 8 minutes into the game here. No goal for either team thus far.
Yeah, they had a glorified corner kick that sailed right to the goalie.
Yep.
And that latest shot
it
there.
was a corner kick without technically being a corner kick. Ball thrown in.
No, thank you.
And here we go. This is Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer attempted left foot cross, goes right back to her. She kicks it towards Taylor Pierce. Pierce fighting for it. Pierce tries to funnel a pass up to Maddie Arndt. She could not. It's cleared out of bounds by Zanesville. Cats will get a throw-in.
Cats have done a good job not really letting them clear it. I mean, they've been getting a lot of throw-ins along the sidelines because Zanesville hasn't really been able to get it out and up.
That time it was deflected off of Grandview. But, yeah, the Cats are doing a good job keeping the ball in the zone. They just need to get to the next level and start getting shots on net. Tia Thomas, near side to Carly Orr. Orr faked a pass up the near sideline. Give and go with Tia Thomas. Attempted pass to Lindsay Bertani. There's Abby Baxter passing it. There's Hallie Giorski. Giorski kicks it upfield. There's Olivia Girardi, one-on-one, chasing after it. Attempted centering pass is cut off. Ball goes right back to Girardi. Girardi trying to make some room. Ball over to Tia Thomas. Thomas, the shot. And the kick is good as it went off the back stanchion, and Grandview leads 3-0. Goal kick for Zanesville.
Good opportunity there, just couldn't get it down quite enough.
Yep.
A little too much.
Goal kick, the defender will take this one. Cats keep it in initially. Ball in the Zanesville defense. Defender fans on the attempted clear. Here's Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer may have dribbled the ball too hard there. She attempts to center the pass. Here's Taylor Pierce. Pierce, a close chance. Didn't get enough muscle on the ball. And the shot will be scooped up by Riley Antonez.
Schaefer had a really nice touch there to settle down the ball to get a chance at crossing that in there. Zanesville originally got the ball, but Pierce was able to steal it and get not our best shot off, but we got another chance and getting closer to that ever elusive goal.
There's Taylor Pierce. Pierce, 1-on-3. She has no fellow Bobcats in her area, and she's doing this all herself. Pierce tries to do a centering pass. And Zanesville trying to break out of their own zone. Adele Bechtel keeps it in. Here's Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer 40 yards from the goal. Schaefer to Bertani. Bertani trying to make room for a shot. Deals it back to Tia Thomas. Thomas over to Girardi. Girardi has some room near the back line, and she tried to go near post. Shot went off the side of the net, and Zanesville have the ball. They'll have some substitutions here. You have Maya Birchfield and Emma Hall coming into the game to replace the two seniors, Maddie Arndt and Whitney Schaefer. And they'll get a hand for the Bobcat faithful here at Bobcat Stadium.
For the Bobcats, we've got 2, Maya Birchfield. Number 8 is Emma Hall, and 22.
And also Zoe Miller, a freshman, came in there too.
Yeah, good find, Calvin. Zoe Miller, number 22. She does have 6 goals on the year.
You know, really shows that the Cats are set up for some longer-term success here. Top 2
Yeah, this is a soccer.
goal scorers are underclassmen, a sophomore and a freshman.
And this is quite a factory that both soccer programs have built here in Grandview.
Yeah, both boys and girls have just been consistently making deep runs in the playoffs. It's been really exciting to see as a student and going
And
forward.
here's the aforementioned Zoe Miller chasing after the ball. Ball out of bounds near sideline. Grandview has possession. Maya Birchfield, one of the freshmen to throw it in. Maya waiting for reinforcements. And it's tossed in. Ball out of bounds. Cats draw another throw-in. Birchfield once again. In. There's Taylor Pierce going after the ball. There's Carly Orr. Orr tries to go directly up ahead. She does that. Here's
Ooh.
a chance for the Bobcats. Can they make some room? No, they cannot. And again, Cats are getting the ball inside the goal box. They just need to find room to make shots.
Yeah, it's been a little painful here. Just a few crosses going out of bounds, some shots that just didn't have anything on them. But, I mean, considering the pace of balls they're getting up towards the net, they should be able to break through sometime soon.
So close yet so far, but the Cats are dictating the pace of the game. In Grandview, they are playing their game through these first 14 minutes as we are still scoreless. Grandview has had 85% of the possession here.
Yeah, on that last chance, it looked like Zoe Miller might have had a shot there, but I think she just might have taken one too many touches and the window closed just as quickly as it opened.
And there's a shot. It'll bounce, and Gentile will field it chest high.
2 easy saves for Gentile.
Gentile low punt. Ball's popped back up in the air. Zanesville tried to dump it in. They could not. Now the Cats will try and start a rush into Zanesville territory. Here's Zoe Miller. Miller looked like she was going to go far side before that. Her attempt was thwarted. And now here's Lindsay Bertani. Bertani, here's Zoe Miller. Miller, the shot, and it goes wide past the left post. Goal kick for Zanesville.
Just more of what we've been talking about. They've just been so close on so many opportunities.
And the ball was deflected out of bounds by Zanesville, actually. And the Bobcats will get a corner kick. Chiorski to kick it top right of your screen. This is technically her first corner kick of the game, but she had one from about 20 feet out. Essentially a corner kick without technically being one. The kick goes towards the near post, cleared out by Zanesville. Chiorski, 25 yards from the goal, towards the middle. Thomas was offsides. And it's a moot point because the ball went out of bounds, and it would have been a kick for Zanesville anyhow.
Yeah, just a touch early there. Got a little overexcited, overeager.
Zanesville, the goal kick. It's a low line drive kick. There's Abby Baxter chasing after it. Baxter up to Emma Hall. Hall, left foot pass to Taylor Pierce. Pierce dribbles, passes it to Bertani. Bertani, a long range shot from almost 40 yards out, goes wide of the net. Yeah, we gotta scramble to charge our computer here.
For the Blue Devils, they send in number 17.
We had a lot of difficulty trying to set this up, but thankfully we are able to bring a clean broadcast to you.
Shout out producer John Sterniker.
Yeah, shout out to our producer John Sterniker. He does a great job. He works hard, and unfortunately he won't be able to make it tomorrow, but
I'll be back.
But it looks like myself and Luke Sternaker will have the call of the game tomorrow. That will be audio only because of
Did he say-
rules.
did he say-
Yeah, he did. I texted him, do you want to call the game? And he said, yeah, that sounds really fun. So
You'll love it. I know he's anticipating to also listen to Calvin at halftime. Stat boy.
Has Luke been talking about Calvin Horning stats?
I mean, the legend of halftime stats just grows and grows with every game. Might have to be full game stats at some point.
Calvin has reached instant celebrity here in Grandview Heights. He did that in middle school when he won 5 straight geography Bs. He does I think you do the announcements now. Is that right?
Yeah, following in my brother Murphy Horning's wake. Have the exact same good morning Grandview Heights as he does.
Oh, that's plagiarism, Calvin. I'm filing a lawsuit.
Don't think that's how that works.
That's
Too late,
plagiarism.
I already did.
Isn't plagiarism illegal? Can't I sue you for that?
Can you? Okay. Sure. You did do mock trial.
It's a non-league game, Murphy.
Best lawyer.
Yeah, this is a non-league game. We can just as Adele Bechtel kicks out of bounds. This is Zanesville's first sustained possession in Bobcat territory.
Yeah.
Playoffs are set, right, for Grandview girls?
Yeah, the girls, they play Tuesday versus Cristo Rey. That's a 7 o'clock start. All playoff games are 7 o'clock starts unless otherwise noted.
You know, we've gotten a little off track here, but last few minutes, Zanesville's done a lot better job of controlling and gaining possession.
Cats have some space here. Here's Abby Baxter. Baxter tries to kick it near side. There's nobody there for Grandview.
Right, that is.
Zanesville will kick it towards the near sideline or lets it go out of bounds as she sidestepped a Zanesville defender, and she'll draw a throw-in.
Correction, that was Maya Birchfield.
Check that. My apologies. Thanks, Calvin. Good find.
Your eyesight isn't what it once was, Murphy.
Calvin.
That's all I have to say on the matter. Grandview.
It's thrown in. There's Zoe Miller chasing after it near the corner stick. There's Maya Birchfield. Birchfield has it near sideline. Up to Maddie Arndt. Arndt trying to escape pressure. Or boots it towards the goal. It takes a bounce, and Cronenbitter will field it.
Wait. Another possible opportunity for the
Here's
Cats.
Jillian Wiersma of Zanesville, 1 versus 2. She's warded off by Hallie Giorski. She kicks it up the sideline, kept in by Zanesville. There's Maddie Arndt. Giorski will drill it out of there. There's Olivia Girardi chasing after it. A foul is called, and it was Girardi who took the extra liberties there. She'll be whistled for the foul. And Valerie Hickman will attempt the free kick for Zanesville here. Midfield, 60 yards from the goal. Ball near the left hash of the field. And she goes towards the far hash. It's cleared. And this one towards the goal. It could be dangerous, but Gentile snags it with ease.
Yeah, those balls are always a little scary. Because, if you get just the right angle, those can be.
Or if it takes a bounce and
Really
it bounces over top of the goal, you could draw a corner kick if the goalie has to deflect it out of there. So sometimes those long-range missiles or long-range bouncers, that's not a bad move.
Yeah, I would say long-range bouncers like dribblers on the ground can be especially dangerous. Boys team saw that against Summit Country Day last year when
Oh, man.
was it Ben Kelly let in a very long-range goal that just kind of knuckled along the ground and may very well have ended up costing them the game. But fortunately, the Cats, both boys and girls, are poised to make another possible title run this year.
Oh, hopefully we'll be traveling all over the state covering those games like we were last year. That was really fun. We had dueling playoff runs. We'll have a bunch of substitutions here. Tia Thomas, Emma Hall, and Zoe Miller exiting for the Bobcats.
Yeah, we could get visit all sorts of exciting locales like Waverly, Ohio, and the true most exciting one, if everything goes well, Crew Stadium.
Mopfrey Stadium, Calvin.
I mean, does anyone
Yeah, go Crew.
really care about the semantics here?
It should be called Crew Stadium. Just like Progressive Field should still be called Jacobs Field.
I would have put my money down that you were going to say something about Jacobs Field right
Oh,
there.
you knew right away, right?
Yeah.
And Jaworski the corner towards the near post. And a shot in a goal! I didn't see who that was.
I believe that was Olivia Girardi.
But I think it was, based off the celebrations, I believe that was Olivia Girardi on senior night. That's her 4th of the year. And it's 1-0 Bobcats 23 minutes into the game.
Yeah. On that goal, the ball kind of bounced around there. I think it caromed off of a Zanesville player and ended up with Girardi up at the top of the box. And she just hit a nice low strike to the bottom corner of the goal and past the goalie and puts the Cats up 1-0 after missing many good opportunities. Cats finally got on the board here.
For the Blue Devils, number 2, Sarah Smith enters the ball
Sarah
game.
Smith will come in for Zoe Kinney, who is about to kick it off for Zanesville. And number 2 will kick off for Zanesville. Ball is kicked up the middle. There's Hallie Jaworski up to Maddie Arndt. Arndt, right side. There's Taylor Pierce waiting on it. Pierce starts to maneuver her way towards the goal. Deals it back to Lindsay Bertani. Bertani, and that left foot shot by, I believe, Izzy Evans is blocked. Out of bounds. And I think they say it went off of Grandview. Yes, they did.
Good ball there by the senior Maddie Arndt. Put the Cats in to Taylor Pierce. Put the Cats in a good position there. Fortunately, couldn't quite make anything out of it. And interesting call by the ref results in a goal kick for Zanesville.
It's kicked out of bounds. Throw in for Zanesville. And that is the Sydney Everson to throw it in. I thought she wasn't listed, but she was. Here's Lindsay Bertani. Bechtel left foot boot over the middle of the field. There's Lindsay Bertani. Bertani, Maddie Arndt. And there's Taylor Pierce. Pierce fighting for the ball, headed into the goal box. Cats pressuring. There's Girardi fighting for it. She draws a throw-in. Cats will have one 20 yards from the goal. Izzy Evans to toss it in here. It's tossed into Taylor Pierce. Pierce can't gain control. Evans does, though. Attempted centering pass. There's Olivia Girardi. Girardi falls as she's shooting the ball. The shot was blocked. And Carly Orr kicks it up. There's a chance. It's headed into the goal by Whitney Schaefer.
Wow.
Another senior for Grandview Heights. So the seniors coming up big here. That's great to see. This is their night, and they have both goals for Grandview Heights.
What a pass by, was that Izzy Evans?
I believe so, yeah.
To put Whitney in a prime position to score that goal. And, you know, those 50-50 balls, those headers, she just out-jumped the goalie, popped it right over. Nice goal for her on senior night. You know, it's interesting, after seemingly missing so many opportunities for the first around 20-25 minutes of this game, Cats scored 2 in rapid succession here.
But here comes Zanesville, and that's cleared out by Izzy Evans. She kicks it towards the far side of the field.
I suppose that was progression to the mean there for the Cats.
There's a bouncer, and Gentile will scoop that up. 14 and a half minutes left here in the first half. Cats lead 2-0 on goals by Olivia Girardi and Whitney Schaefer. Both seniors, yep.
Yeah. I mean, Olivia, she's been really all over the place up front.
Yeah, she has had a very active presence. There's Izzy Evans running it down. Evans tried to find Maddie Yarn. She missed the connection. And crowd wants a foul. They're not going to get it. Of course, the amateur referees here. Yeah, went through the 5-hole, nutmeg, like they call it in soccer.
Yeah, Murph, this is a soccer
Yeah,
situation.
soccer,
You're going to have to.
I need to see why it's called that. Like, isn't that a spice?
Yeah, it is. Also on the flag of Grenada. Fun fact of the day.
Also,
What?
soccer broadcast. They're talking about the flag of Grenada.
There's always a time for a little geography plug, Murphy.
Give us some geography about Zanesville.
Boring on the eastern half of Ohio. Really,
Yeah, we just
right on the entrance to Appalachia.
Do you say Appalachia or Appalachia?
I feel like Appalachia is the correct way, but Appalachia is the more Appalachian way to say it. So.
It looks like it should be pronounced Appalachia.
Yeah,
and the ball's thrown in.
Trying to find the.
Yeah, there's a bit of a scrum for the ball there. A little physicality. Ball, and Whitney Schaefer couldn't run it down there. Cats will get a throw in here. There's Taylor Pierce. Pierce trying to cut to the middle. Now she goes upfield. Pierce now trying to go middle. Here's Lindsay Bertani, a left foot shot. Easy save for Antonez.
According to the many experts at Wikipedia, a nutmeg, the term for soccer, arose because of their shipping practices involving nutmeg. That there was a trick they would do where they would mix wooden.
Here's a chance, a left foot shot, and through a screen, Antonez scoops it up.
Yeah, so they would mix wooden fake nutmeg into the bags to make it cheaper to produce and trick the buyers. And this kind of trick, for some reason they just named the soccer trick after it because it kind of is pulling a fast one on them type of little very interesting and strange little name.
I'll still say that 5-hole makes more sense though, but because that's the proper term for soccer, I'll call it a nutmeg. And there's a hard shot, and that one almost handcuffed Antonez.
Was that Adele?
I think so.
With the long
one of the Bobcat defenders, and we were talking about long-range shots. They make it more difficult for goalies than one would think they should.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy footwork by Carly Orr there. Here's Tia Thomas as the wind is picking up here in the booth, and it just blew the door closed here in the Anderson Field press box. Bobcat Stadium, Anderson Field, same thing. And it's kicked. There's Pierce, the shot, save. Rebound, Evans chasing after it, and it's out of bounds. Good defense by Zanesville on the near post.
Yeah, Evans just...
Mass substitutions here. Cal, you can chime in a second. Claudette Mole, Sasha Pomerantz, and Emma Hall checking in. And Abby Baxter, Lindsay Bertani, and Izzy Evans checking out. 10 minutes left here in the first half. 2-0 Grandview Heights.
Looked like, after a very good shot by Taylor Pearson, even better save by the goalie, looked like Izzy might have had a chance to get there, but just couldn't quite race there in time. It was like...
Here's Carly Orr. Orr, cross bounces off a couple heads, and there's Tia Thomas. Thomas, a left foot roller, is blocked. Zanesville trying to clear it out of the goal box, and they're having trouble. Cat's still fighting for it. Good pursuit by Whitney Schaefer, and she'll force a throw-in. Ball is heaved in.
Heaved in.
February.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like Mike Emmerich, the famed hockey announcer, though.
Or like Joe Hecker, the famed advanced placement English teacher at Grandview Heights.
Mike Emmerich, he says, and this puck is pitchforked up the sideboards. I remember I saw someone come up with a list of the ways to describe movements of the puck. I mean, some of the things he had. I mean, it was unbelievable.
What about Dan Deerdorf?
Dan Deerdorf. So you just went right from hockey to football. Former Monday night guy used to call games with Greg Gumbel.
Wasn't a huge Steeler fan.
Yeah, that's why I think he did go to Michigan though. So
If we're sticking with the theme, the pitchfork or a trident is found on the flag of Barbados, another island nation in the Caribbean.
Oh my gosh. There's Zoe Miller chasing after it. Miller tries to pass to Taylor Pierce, kicked out of bounds, throwing for Grandview Heights. So he talked about Grenada, Barbados, Dan Deerdorf, Jacobs Field. What else are we not going to talk about on this broadcast?
I don't know. You know, last game of the year, never really the most intense one. So
No, it's not.
good one to just kind of sound off, air out some thoughts, you know.
Yep. And maybe me and Luke will probably have a chance to do the same versus Liberty Union. Hopefully the game will be in hand as Schaefer is upended in the box. Again, it has to be pretty egregious for them to call a foul in that area, as given the stakes are so high, because if there's a foul there, it's a penalty kick.
Give them the red.
7:19 left here in the first half. Cats lead by a score of 2-0.
Ooh.
And a foul's called in Grandview Heights.
Not sure what the ref saw there, but nevertheless, the ball goes to Zanesville.
Here's Tia Thomas. She loses the ball. Here's a chance for Zanesville. Zanesville trying to break in, trying to have numbers, but they don't. Here's Emma Hall. Hall escapes duress and passes it to Tia Thomas. She's knocked to the deck. Cats will have a free kick midfield. Chiorski, the football kicker, to do the honors here.
She could score this thing. Knowing her leg.
Watching her play soccer, it's pretty self-evident as to why she's a kicker for the football team. She has quite the cannon.
We see here in Grandview, I'm surprised that more schools do not have soccer players as kickers. I mean, you see what happens in college. I mean,
Yeah.
in high school kicking game, and they'll only attempt a field goal if it's like 29 yards or something. But
I mean, there are plenty of soccer players who have pretty tremendous legs, but maybe their soccer career won't pan out. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad to give football a shot, because given the state of kickers in college and high school,
even in the NFL now, I mean, the more
Yeah.
kickers are missing kicks than. You see Mason Crosby miss 5 kicks for Green Bay on Sunday?
yeah,
And Greg Joseph barely made a 36-yard game winner.
I've heard it was blocked.
It looked like it was it was kind of a knuckle line drivey sort of kick, but
I think Joseph said himself it was blocked. I think he heard it. Back to the game.
yeah, 5 minutes left here in the first half. Cats lead 2-0. Just one final tune-up before the postseason starts on Tuesday, the real season. Hopefully we'll go far, and hopefully we'll be traveling all over the state calling games. Here's a chance. Cats save it. That's Zoe Miller. Miller centers it, and it's knocked out of bounds. Cats will draw a deep throw-in. Hall up top. Carly Orr. Orr tries to settle it down. Kick towards the middle, and Pomerantz couldn't get a foot on it. Great chance for the Bobcats.
Yeah, I think she actually might have gotten just a little bit of deflection, but not quite enough there. You know, this team, it's really interesting to see. They're very well spread out team. They have lots of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors really pitching in big ways.
You saw the freshman production with notably Taylor Pierce and Tia Thomas last year, and you're seeing more this year. You got Zoe Miller, you have Abby Baxter, who's a starter defender, and we could go on and on and on and on, but production from all grade levels here in Grandview Heights, and that's a good thing, not just for the team as it stands right now, but for the future of the program as well.
Let's go, Cats.
3:40 left here in the first half. Grandview leads Zanesville 2-0. I am Murphy Horning. My color analyst is Calvin Horning, and John Sterniker is our camera guy.
Don't hear about the ads. Sponsors.
Oh, shoot. What are okay, we got JK Realty, First Merchants Bank, Naughty Pine Brewing, Grandview Insurance, and Hofbrau House, Columbus. That pronunciation always...
We might be missing one, and we apologize.
At Hofbrau House, always remember to get the giant Bavarian pretzel with beer cheese and another cheese and mustard. Always, it's a true spectacle. It's great. Hofbrau House, Columbus.
Located in the Grandview yard. It's kicked out of bounds. And by the way, I'm still bitter about a certain sandwich shop leaving us, which still makes me cry. There's Taylor Pierce chasing after it.
Cry is an interesting word.
And Pierce slips. Dangerous play there. And whistle blows. Foul called in Grandview Heights.
I don't know if she got a foot on that ball.
2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Grandview leads by a score of 2-0. Both goals by seniors. Olivia Girardi and Whitney Schaefer, both of them chipping in. And the ball pops high in the air, kind of like it went off of a trampoline. Here's Taylor Pierce. Pierce trying to cut to the middle. Zanesville trying to break out of their zone, which they've had trouble doing. Jaworski pops that one up in the air. 2 minutes left here in the first half, as announced over the public address system. And here's a chance for Taylor Pierce. Pierce, a shot, and it just goes past the far post. She had Riley Antonette's beat. She just couldn't get it on net.
I feel like she might have had one more touch she could have got in there to before she shot it, get a little closer, maybe get a better angle on that one.
90 seconds left here in the first half. 2-0 Grandview Heights on goals by Olivia Girardi and Whitney Schaefer, both seniors who were honored here on senior night.
It's always interesting the way your mind works in those very high-speed situations in various sports, like all the snap decisions you have to make. It's very hard to always end up making the right ones.
There's Tia Thomas. Tia Thomas, Carly Orr wants it. Thomas didn't pick her up. Thomas then goes far side to Taylor Pierce. Pierce tries to cross it. She's unsuccessful, but she does draw a throw-in. 46 seconds left here in the first half. Cats have dominated. They lead 2-0. Ball trickles past the end line. Goal kick. 35 seconds left here in the first half. In Zanesville, they're going to take their sweet old time here. They'll just wait to kick it out.
Boom.
It's a low trajectory kick. Cats keep it in. They may have another chance. Pierce lost control. Ball kicked up. Orr waiting on it. Short tap up to Tia Thomas. 9,
8, 7, 6.
Here's Carly Orr.
4.
Miller trying to chase it down. To go out of bounds. That's the end of the first half. Grandview leads 2-0. That's the end of the first half. Stay tuned. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed this one so far.
Go Cats. little bit chilly
All
out
right, let's get ready for the second half of this match. Lady Bobcats.
And we're back for the second half here at
All right, Calvin.
Anderson Field.
Back here at Bobcat Stadium, Anderson Field. I always get the two reversed, but that time I did not. And
Already said it.
I feel very proud of myself there. Zanesville will kick off. And they'll be going from, they'll be going from left to right. They're in the all whites. Cats are in the all blues.
What did you think of the first half?
I thought it was good. Grandview dominated. Love to see the seniors getting in on the action. It was total domination from Grandview Heights. We also have Joey Bertani up here in the press box.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, he says he'll be willing to help out with some of our basketball broadcasts. As we want to use more former players as color analysts.
Just like Luke.
Except Calvin Horning, because I don't know why he's on the broadcast.
Because I'm the best. I mean,
No, you're not.
He has a 4.5.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
And there's a shot by Miller. It's
Hey,
out
can
of
you do my
bounds.
history homework, Calvin?
what kind of history?
Oh, I mean,
U.S.
could you?
U.S. or world?
You're the one that's going to Ivy League school.
Wait, is it U.S. history or world history?
U.S. history.
Oh, I did A+ last year and got a 5, so you know what.
Oh, Calvin, stop.
History,
Okay.
capital of the world.
Okay, big Ivy League big shot here.
Get an A.
I put the mic down so I could be modest.
But we can still hear you, though.
Dang, you know
Stop
presidents-
acting like that's actually working.
What you know about Trump?
Okay, no, don't bring that.
Yeah.
You know what into this broadcast.
Back to the game. Bobcats still on offense here. And a bomb into the zone.
Bobcats and Taylor Pearson's shot is saved.
Taylor Pierce had a great cross from, I believe, Whitney Schaefer.
Man, we've talked about everything on this broadcast today. As Hallie Georski tries to tap it up to Olivia Girardi there. Here's Tia Thomas.
We're going to eat after the game.
Talk a little bit with me, dog.
It's clear. Granny will get a corner kick. Yeah. Where am I going to eat after the game? I already ate.
Late night munchies.
Late night slice? I don't know.
I said late night munchies.
On campus?
Late night. Remember that one commercial, Calvin?
This is everything.
We really don't need to be talking about this right now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Slava comes?
yeah.
Alright, quarter kick for Grandview Heights. Man, we are getting so sidetracked today.
What's up, man?
I mean, you can do that in a game that's not, where there's not much on the lines. Jaworski attempts a corner kick towards the near post. And a shot, and it's still loose. I thought I heard a whistle blow. Apparently it didn't. Apparently my ears were just telling me things that
Ooh.
weren't happening. As Taylor Pierce was pursuing there's Maddie Arndt.
I intended to say before the half started, I mean,
There's a shot by Tia Thomas, and the kick is short of the upright. No good.
What?
Is Tia a senior?
Tia's a sophomore, yep.
Wow, she's good.
Guys, make sure you don't cuss because our mics are picking up everything.
Okay.
we can get
What type
we
of
can
viewers
rack
we
up
got here,
FCC violations
Okay, how
for
many
that.
viewers we got right? Only 5. Come on.
Bert?
Hello, 5 people.
Glad you can be here.
Yeah, glad you can be here. If you 5 people can identify yourselves, I would greatly appreciate that because we
Down.
appreciate every viewer we have. We want to.
We love our fans.
We love our fans, and what we do would be a waste of time if it weren't for you guys, and I mean that in all sincerity. Here's Zoe Miller, and it's cleared to Addie Baxter. Baxter goes middle. There's Hallie Jaworski.
Happy
Jaworski.
birthday, by the way.
If you would like to comment your name, just go into the comment section down
Yeah.
below, so we can
Three
learn more about our viewership.
3.5 minutes into the game here, Cats lead by a score of 2-0. As John and Joey, man, they can't stop cracking up over there.
I think, something that is in order is a happy birthday yesterday to our beloved broadcaster, Murphy Horning.
Yes.
Thank you.
He, this is his first year doing football, but he's been a beloved part of the broadcast team for many years, and now he's on his 19th year of his life. We look forward to the continuation of Murphy Sports at Grandview Heights High
Thank
School.
you. Okay. Yeah, and I celebrated my birthday by watching the Indians get knocked out of the playoffs 2 days before. As is every year, but there's no other way. Because I was born the day they lost 23-7 to the Red Sox. You can look it up. Game 4 of the 99 ALDS. That is a fact. I'm not making it up.
Okay, Murphy. Yeah.
I was born that day. Of course I'm going to remember it. Here's Tia Thomas.
I don't remember the day I was born. Just kind of putting that out there.
Yeah, because there's nothing happening in May. Here's Zoe Miller.
Also, I was
Zoe
0
Miller.
years old. That probably
Miller
had something to do with it.
Tries to go to the top of the box. And a shot by Whitney Schaefer. Tries to hook it inside the far post. And it goes wide.
Nice pass by Maddie Arndt there. Set up like it was almost a hockey-style one-timer for
Shout out to Heidi
Schaefer.
Card, who has chimed in here on the comments section. Yeah, maybe she'll be soccer's Tom Foltz.
World's greatest orthodontist assistant, Heidi Card.
We miss Nico on the field.
Yeah, we really do miss Nico on the field. We hope to have him back soon. It would be great for Grandview for us to have number 5 back.
Nico, one of the up-and-coming talents for Grandview Heights football. One of the few sophomore, freshman, underclassmen leaders coming in. As we all know, Grandview Heights football's ranks are thinning out.
So here's Whitney Schaefer. Oh, that pass trailed her. And a fight for the ball. Shot by Schaefer. Takes a bounce. And shoot. Antoinette scoops it up.
You know, this second half, Cats have just been really peppering the goalie with shots. Surprised they haven't got one in there yet.
Baxter kicks it out. And Zanesville will get a deep throw in as it goes towards the middle of the box. There's Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer can't gain control. Ball bouncing around. Tia Thomas. Thomas trying to make some room. Oh, she's bumped off the ball. No fouls called. Wasn't that egregious? Addie Baxter to run it down. She probably should kick it out of bounds, and she does just that. 7 minutes into the second half here. No scoring here. Cats had 2 goals in the first half. It's 2-0 Grandview Heights. Goals were scored by Olivia Girardi and Whitney Schaefer. Ball bounced towards Gentile. She scoops up. That was probably Zanesville's most dangerous chance of the game.
Funnily enough, it actually bounced off a Grandview player on their most dangerous chance.
Here's Olivia Girardi. She has room. Here she goes. Girardi.
To the 30, to the 20.
To the 15, and she's tackled. She has back at the 15. And here's Whitney Schaefer at the 5, and she's offsides. She moved a split second too early, pushed the Bobcats back 5 yards there. Zanesville to kick it out here. 8 minutes into the second half, 2-0 Grandview Heights. First playoff game will be Tuesday versus Cristo Rey.
Who the boys team?
The boys, they play the winner of Millersport versus West Jeff. I'm not sure when that game is. I'll look it up.
Should be an interesting game between former division rivals.
Yep. Here's Olivia Girardi. Girardi, a shot's blocked. She reigns control. Shot is blocked again. Still aggressively fought for. And, man, the catch just can't make space. I don't know if I'd categorize Millersport as a rival, Calvin.
I said division rivals. They're in our...
Yeah. One's
Long
an actual
ago.
rival. Millersport's not.
No offense to him.
Yeah, no offense to them, but they were like the MSL's Rutgers.
Murphy. The boys, Middlesport West Jeff is Monday at 7.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Gloyd. We have just received word the Millersport West Jeff game is Monday at 7. Adele Bechtel to throw it in here. 9 minutes into the second half. 30:55 left in the game. Ball trickles towards the middle. Cleared out by Zanesville. There's Giorski stepping up to keep it in. She's trying to maneuver her way out of traffic.
We'll be back next week.
just received some positive news from Heidi Card on Nico Card. Nico was cleared today, and he will be back for next week's game versus Logan Elm, and we're very glad to hear that. And we want to give a shout out to the middle school Lady Bobcats. They are playing for the league championship this Saturday. And if I told you that the future of Bobcat soccer was great with all these freshmen chipping in, just look at our middle school Bobcats.
Yeah.
It's a factory here. It's a factory.
Go Cats.
It's a factory.
This is some
It's
1800s
a boom town.
industrial
Yeah.
revolution. The soccer industrial revolution of Grandview Heights.
The soccer
school.
industrial revolution. Here's Abby Baxter. Baxter tried to sneak it over to Whitney Schaefer, and now the Cats are going to have to play some defense here. Adele Bechtel chasing back. Cats have
Ooh.
the defensive numbers. Smart move by the Cats to kick it out of bounds. Good play by Giorski.
You know, the atmosphere at this game has been pretty jovial, but we do have to remember that they are 2 quick mistakes away from tying this game up
Yep.
because of Grandview's kind of inability, for lack of a better word, to convert on their numerous chances so far.
Cats, or Lady Devils to throw it in. It's tossed in, headed out by Adele Bechtel. Zanesville, far side of the field, and Giorski trying to avoid the corner kick. She
good save.
does just narrowly, but it will be a deep throw-in for the Devils.
Still plenty of time for them to get one in. Gotta talk about the improvement of this girls' team from beginning to now. Just
Yeah, team, it's gotten better.
Yeah,
It's gotten a lot better.
chemistry is really good.
Yeah, good chemistry, and there's Taylor Pierce. Pierce upfield to Girardi. Girardi has some space. Hopefully she'll have some numbers. Girardi trying to cut to the middle. Girardi looked like she was going to pass it near side, then taps it upfield to Taylor Pierce. Pierce being double teamed. There's I can't read. Here's Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer, is she on sides? I believe she is. Schaefer, the shot, and it's off the near post. Was it deflected? And yep, I believe it will be a corner kick for Grandview Heights.
You know, it really is amazing how a team can improve over the season. I mean, to many of us, like the season always seems so short, but you know, once you really start to gel together, get that chemistry, you know, anything can really happen over a season in any sport.
Hallie Giorski to attempt a corner kick here. Bottom left of your screen. 27 minutes and change left here in the second half. Cats lead 2-0. Giorski goes up top to Baxter. Baxter looked like a bit of indecision there. And it's kicked out of bounds. Uh-oh. Saw the Jackets have given up 3 straight goals. Here's Zoe Miller. Miller loses control of the ball, but it was deflected out of bounds by Zanesville. Cats will get a toss in here. And here's Taylor Pierce. Pierce trying to make some room. Oh, she just cut off at the last second. Shot by Tia Thomas is no good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think in football that's a field goal, but in soccer,
It's a
goal
Number 12, Zoe Kenny.
Yeah, looked like for Tia Thomas that ball was bouncing just a little bit, and looked like she got under it just a little bit, put a little too much on it. It was a nice strike, just a little bit over the bar.
ball past the end line out of bounds.
Cats force a corner.
It'll be another one.
Should just let me do play-by-play.
No, I'm not gonna. Why? Why, Calvin?
'Cause I'm better.
No, you're not. Hallie Jaworski to attempt another corner kick here. Bobcats have 5 seniors on this team. All of them were honored in a wonderful pregame ceremony. It's a low kick, kicked out of bounds. And your 5 seniors are Ruby Gentile, the goalkeeper. You have Maddie Arndt, Whitney Schaefer, Adele Bechtel, and Olivia Girardi. And 2 of those seniors, Girardi and Schaefer, are the 2 goal scorers tonight. And it's good to see them step up on what's their night. This is about them. It's about the seniors, and good to see them go out the right way. But the best way to go out would be to win a state championship, and that's the goal. We got to the Final Four last year. Hopefully they can take the next step, and we'll be calling games at Montfrey Stadium, Crew Stadium.
Hopefully.
And it would just be tremendous if we could have dueling state championship runs.
And dueling state championships.
Yeah, still a long way to go, though. Playoffs for these Bobcats start on Tuesday versus Cristo Rey.
And it's a lot like I suppose the March Madness tournament. I mean, the first few games may seem kind of like a walk in the park, but you always got to stay vigilant. You know, you never let up the gas on these early games.
I heard you say March Madness.
Yeah.
I got my tickets yesterday.
Oh, it's in Columbus.
We go to Jacksonville. It's a vacation.
Sounds warm. Sounds
There's an
very warm.
arena in Jacksonville. They got no basketball team. They got no hockey team.
Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Stadium. Look it up. Holds 15,000.
Huh.
And we'll be there. We golf.
Jacksonville
We
University.
do a little drinking.
Sounds like a wonderful time.
Yeah. Yeah, someone in the press box is touting his vacation to Jacksonville.
Columbus, they're not hosting this year.
Yeah.
They are.
I think they are, yeah.
Yeah.
Tickets are so expensive. And to be honest, I think March Madness is a better event on TV. You gotta.
That core.
That's my favorite tradition. Forgetting what channel True TV is. We have a bunch of substitutions. Izzy Evans, Olivia Girardi coming into the game to replace Tia Thomas and Zoe Miller.
Real greatest tradition with March Madness is convincing teachers to let you watch it in class.
If you don't convince them, you're probably watching it anyways.
Very true.
And it's scrum for the ball, far side of the field. There's Hallie Giorski. Giorski waits on it. She drills this one. Izzy Evans waiting on it.
Header.
She's offsides. She's trying to get behind the ball there. She could not.
If the sideline judge hadn't raised a flag there, she was wide open. All she would have really had to do was corral that ball and pot it in the net for our 3rd goal.
Ball's kicked up. Adele Bechtel, Maddie Arndt, Emma Hall in pursuit. Here's Carly Orr, going from right to left, now deals it over to Taylor Pierce. Quick swipe to Izzy Evans. Evans racing up the left post. She's knocked to the ground. Crowd calling for a foul. They're not going to get it. The crowd's not as animated as that crowd on Monday. Remember that, John?
Oh, yeah.
Legendary
I mean, you
senior.
had like 30 referee trainees here on Monday. Maybe about 6 here tonight.
It's a packed house.
Yeah, it's a good crowd here tonight. Good to see a lot of Bobcat soccer alums amongst the faithful here in Grandview Heights.
It is fall break also.
It is fall break a lot of places.
Legendary senior and student section leader Jacob Hammer Collar was up in arms about that call. It's exciting to see students really get into the action for the games. That's always being part of the student section is always very fun.
Oh, come the playoffs, the crowd's become quite a factor, like they aren't in the regular season. Fortunately, Grandview they've had some massive student sections for these playoff games, and we hope they can duplicate that this playoff run. Remember, I don't know if Cal, were you in the student section the day of the state championship?
Yes, I was.
That's the Bobcat fans at their best right there. I mean,
That was
may not have been an overpowering crowd in terms of numbers. There's Izzy Evans. And it's cleared out. Corner kick.
Because the private schools can buy fans.
Private schools. Okay.
They can recruit fans.
Okay, I kind of see where you're going there. But the atmosphere at Crew Stadium that day, even given the fact there were just like 2,000 Grandview fans, which pales in comparison to like Ohio Stadium, that was one of the most frenzied sports crowds I've ever been a part of anywhere, including Ohio State night games, including Indians or Jackets playoffs. I mean, the crowd was quite a force there, and we almost broke down the bleachers that day when Ryan McHugh scored the tying goal. Here's Taylor Pierce. Pierce has some room. She could have a 2-on-1 if she hurries. It's over to Olivia Girardi. Girardi in on goal. The shot, save made. Rebound, Carly Orchid. She chase after it. And she'll watch it go out of bounds. Smart move to draw a corner.
Man.
19 and a half minutes left here in the second half. And Grandview looking to add on to a 2-0 lead.
I mean, another brilliant opportunity for Grandview. What a pass by Taylor Pierce to Olivia Girardi. She just couldn't really, I guess, get any air on it to push that past the goalie. Fortunately, Cats' defense has been extraordinarily stout.
And Adele Bechtel looking for the header. It bounces around. Here's Abby Baxter. Baxter, one of those long-range shots. Doesn't get the high trajectory that she wanted. 18:53 left here in the second half. Cats lead 2-0.
Ooh, Cats.
And here come the Devils. Adele Bechtel sweeps it out of play. Throw in for Zanesville about 35 yards from the goal.
Blue Devils send in number 17, Allie Walker.
Allie Walker into the game for the Blue Devils. And it's thrown in. Izzy Evans defending. And it was deflected out of bounds. I thought it went off of Zanesville, but it didn't. According to the official. Oh, no, never mind. It's a foul that's called on Grandview. It goes towards the goal. Gentile had it, lost it. Cats cleared out of the goal box.
Looked like that was Lindsay Britannia on the clear, as the crowd is up in arms over some recent calls.
Yeah, more fouls are being... Usually it's the other way around. You call more in the first half, you let him play the second half. The shot on goal. Oh, great shot from 35 yards out. And Zanesville cuts the lead in half. And don't get too comfortable, folks. It's a 2-1 game.
That was Emma Cronenbitter on with the strike from far out. As I was saying earlier, I mean, now the Cats are only one mistake away from having a tie ball game because of their inability to
Mike
convert
Myrna
chances.
still up in arms over that call. And so are some members of the crowd. But we will have some substitutions here for Grandview Heights. Whitney Schaefer and Zoe Miller into the game for...
And 22 is Zoe Miller.
Izzy
Taylor
Evans.
Pierce and Izzy Evans, who are out of the game.
His argument was they hadn't been, refs hadn't been calling a whole lot tonight. Finally, they just out of nowhere
Yeah.
started calling.
That last
Yeah, that was an
Blue
unexpected
Devil
call. I
goal
didn't
was
really
scored
see
by
any
number 21,
excessive
Emma
contact.
Cronenbitter.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
biased. I probably am. But
That was a little strange. I mean,
17 minutes left in the game, and it's a one-goal game.
seen like truly minimal fouls this game. They really let them play, and then there are 2 quick fouls on the Cats. I mean, just sort of surprising, I guess.
And there's Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer left goal box. Tries to center it, goes out of bounds. And it's thrown in.
Jim. Oh, you got it? Wall? What's going on here? Fellas. Killing me, buddy.
And here's Maddie Arndt. Arndt, middle of the field. Arndt, near side to Schaefer. Schaefer kicks it towards center goal box. There's Miller chasing after it. And it'll be cleared out of immediate danger by Zanesville. And they may have numbers here. 3-on-3 if they hurry. 4-on-4 as it stands right now. And the players will begin to hustle back. And it's kicked up by Hallie Jaworski out of bounds. Smart play to give time for the Bobcats defense to settle in their own zone. Throwing for the Blue Devils. It's tossed in. Calvin, stop tapping the headset. Olivia Girardi. Ball goes out of bounds. No, it stayed in. I thought the referee was signaling out of bounds, but it stayed in somehow. And here's Zanesville with the ball. Zanesville trying to make some space. Middle of the field. Cats defense doesn't get back. Gentile charging up. She scoops it up. 15 minutes left in the game here. Actually 14:55 for accuracy's sake.
Man, with just that one kick, this game got quite a bit more intense.
Yep.
It was a pretty lackadaisical affair.
There's Abby Baxter near side to Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer. Here's Miller. Here's Zoe Miller. Miller, who has Schaefer on the left wing. She's tripped over the ball. Baxter kicks it up. There's Miller. Miller tried to find Olivia Girardi. And Girardi's still fighting for it. And she pushed off there. And the crowd who already had a major beef with the officials have even more of one now. And the ball will be kicked out of bounds. Cats will get a throw in. And it looks like we have Tia Thomas and Taylor Pierce, two sophomores coming into the game, and they will replace Olivia Girardi and Lindsay Bertani. 13:37 left here in the second stanza.
Since that goal, Cats have been on defense more often. It looks like this provided a spark for the.
I mean, these officials have really given the crowd the red meat. As you said, it was a pretty jovial atmosphere. Not so much now, as the Cats are maybe on their heels a little bit. Ball popped to Gentile, and she makes the catch. Gentile punts it away. It's headed back in. There's Baxter. Baxter sideline to Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer up ahead. There's Taylor Pierce. Pierce gets around a defender. Here goes Pierce. Pierce up the left wing. Pierce now low side. Pierce tries to do a centering pass. It doesn't work. 12 minutes and change left here in the second half. And here's a chance for Zanesville. Baxter's got to get back. And she does. Smart play going back to Gentile. Gentile drills it out of the goal box. It'll go out of bounds and a throw in for the Blue Devils. Sydney Everson to fire it in here. Everson. Baxter. Bechtel. Here's Arndt. Arndt lost control of the ball there, but she regains control. Here she goes. Far side of the field. She's being chased. Kicks it up in the area of Zoe Miller. Miller in a one-on-one situation down the sidelines. Kicked out of bounds. The Cats will have a throw in. 11:42 left here in the second half. Cats lead by a score of 2-1. Here's Taylor Pierce. And ball's kicked up by Carly Orr, deflected towards Antonette's. And Antonette's a short punt. It bounces. There's Maddie Arndt. Arndt being double teamed. Pushes off. Okay, that's not a bad call. And I think the referee is going to give a yellow card to Arndt here, and that's exactly what happens. And she gets a loud ovation from the crowd.
Yeah,
And now here's one of those potentially dangerous opportunities for Zanesville. Free kick, middle of the field, near midfield.
This one looks a little too long to do what they did with the last one, which is just bomb it straight into the goal.
Maybe if they get the right deflection, though. Clock stopped with 11:02 left in the second half. Lindsay Britannia into the game for Grandview Heights. And Zanesville goes with the short game. And Schaefer, second effort, kicks the ball out. Zanesville defense has it, and they'll try and break out of their own zone here. And Schaefer hit the deck there, and I think we're going to see another yellow card.
Bring out the
Will
red.
this be called on?
He's pulling her in. Could it be the... Will it be a red?
I don't know. And the yellow card is awarded to Zanesville. And that call goes against Sydney Everson, and she'll have to run to the sideline. She gets a Bronx cheer from the student section here.
Hey, Daniel Bryan classic, the yes chant.
But good to see the crowd become more involved here.
Off that card for number 13 enters the match 17. Allie Walker.
Allie Giorski at the 50 to attempt this free kick. She can make it, yep.
She's a very dangerous free kick taker.
Official still talking to Mike Myrna here.
Wonder if he wants possibly a red.
As a skunk has intruded Anderson Field here, yeah.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah, somewhere around, yeah. Very pungent odor, to put it mildly. Now the goalkeeper's going out to talk to some of her midfielders.
Wonder, this is interesting.
Now the official's over to talk to the Zanesville coach.
I feel like they're contemplating giving her a red there, and that's the only reason I can imagine it's taking that long.
Yeah, clock stopped 10:45. That's a second yellow card in 17 seconds.
Impressive.
You're right, Murph. 17 seconds.
Murph with the math.
Yeah, big math guy.
Murphy may not be known for his mathematical skill. I surely don't know him for it, but coming through the clutch here.
If you listen to my Capital broadcast, I'm just I'm just always, ragging on my own math abilities there. So I don't pretend to be a great math guy, but
Calculus?
I did come through. No, I did not do calculus. My highest level class was FST.
Week from now I'm going to the city of brotherly love, but no brotherly love tonight, Murph. Gotta get as many digs in as possible.
Oh yeah. All right. And there's Tia Thomas trying to step up. 10:37 left here in the second half.
I mean, usually I'm the stats guy, but
Yeah. Hey, I've done stats. I did stats for 3 years, dude.
yeah, I mean,
I'm better at stats than you, I think.
okay.
Probably.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
Match is number 11.
Oh, Olivia Girardi coming in here for Emma Hall. 10:07 left in the second half. Cats lead by a score of 2-1. Both Cats goals were in the first half. Zanesville got one in the second.
I mean, if we were doing physical written stat sheets, I think mine would be better because your handwriting, oof.
It's about how you can do the job. It doesn't matter. My handwriting is better. That's like saying, it's like if you're a bad referee, he says, well, I could throw the flag with more precision.
That's not true. If you
Yeah,
can't
that's what it's like.
if you can't read the stat sheet, what's the point of having a stat sheet?
Well, if you can't throw the flag, what's the point of having penalties? Here's Taylor Pierce and a dribbler on goal. Saves.
Ma'am. Another. Murphy, how many missed opportunities do you think they've had?
Taylor Pierce has been all over the place. I really hope she gets on the board before this game ends. I really do.
Yeah. If she could get her
Here's
7.
Emma Hall. Emma Hall near the low end line.
Ooh.
And a crossing attempt is saved. Here's Olivia Girardi. Up to Miller. That pass doesn't go as planned. Carly Orr chasing after it. Will she let it go out of bounds?
That she does?
Yes.
Huh.
8:27 left here in the second half. Cats lead 2-1. It's a relatively chilly night compared to other other fall nights, really summer nights. As Maddie Arndt will enter the game for Zoe Miller.
Since there's about 5 minutes after Zanesville scored their goal where Cats were kind of in a little bit of panic mode, but I feel like since then they've really done a great job of settling back into the rhythm they were in before and not allowing Zanesville many chances, getting the ball up.
Here's Emma Hall. Hall, left foot pass.
Nice
There's
touch by
Taylor
Pierce.
Pierce.
Yeah.
Pierce continuing to fight for the ball. Can Hall save it? Yes, she
Oh,
can.
man.
Oh, but then it rolled off her foot. Seven minutes and change left here in the second frame.
Looked like Hall had that ball and thought she could have gone for a while down the sideline, but just trickled out.
Whitney Schaefer entering the game.
Whitney Schaefer back in the match.
Thrown in by Adele Bechtel. Man, this is
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm calling 7 games in 6 days. This is my 4th in 4 days.
Ma'am.
Foul call in Grandview Heights.
We'd like to remind you that Murphy Horning is in fact a professional announcer.
Not really. It's just part of a work study.
Professional
Minimum wage.
announcer.
It's minimum wage.
Gets paid to announce.
All right, Cal.
Professional
All
announcer.
right.
So you just gotta be familiar with who you're working with here today. There he goes, discrediting my information by saying repeatedly.
And a pass up to Whitney Schaefer. Schaefer chasing towards the near sideline. She saves it. Schaefer, she didn't get enough mustard on that attempted cross. And goal kick. Zanesville.
Are you Kevin Richards or something? Little high-pitched action there.
Has he done the announcements at all?
I don't think he has for a few years. He used to do it quite frequently, but not
Here's
like
Olivia
anyone
Girardi.
listens to the announcements anyway.
Girardi. Here's Lindsay Brittany. Pierce trying to chase it down. She does. Pierce. 5:37 left in the second half. Pierce in the box. Pierce out to Brittany. Brittany the shot. Kicks it out of bounds. Goal kick.
She just got a little over-eager there. Had she waited just a second more, she could have got that ball in the goal pretty easily.
5:11 left here.
I'd like to note that Cats are currently out shooting Zanesville through the game 19-4. So if that doesn't show you the offensive dominance the Cats have had throughout this game, I don't really know what will. Unfortunately, save percentage for Zanesville is much higher than that of Grandview. I mean, to be fair, given a small sample.
Cats were all over the field the first half, and it's been pretty even here in the second. Zanesville has the one goal this half.
Well, I mean, Cats are out shooting them 10-2 in the second half. So
Here's Matty Arndt. Arndt near side to Schaefer. Schaefer, a muffler, and it's scooped up by Antonets. 4 minutes left here in the second half. Cats lead by a score of 2-1. Ball kicked towards the near sideline, out of bounds. So Grandview just want to maintain possession. Don't turn the ball over. Don't blow it. Keep it simple. Ball goes out of bounds. Zanesville will have a chance here.
Mathematical genius.
Yeah, math class up here. Kicked up ahead
Hey,
by
Murph,
Jaworski. Pierce tried to chase it down. Oh.
can you do my calc homework for me?
No, I cannot. Do you have any calc homework this week? Oh, you still have class tomorrow.
I didn't.
That's good. 2:54 left here in the second half. So this is the last game of the regular season.
If this didn't have the title or the video, you could almost consider this a variety show podcast. I mean, we've really covered anything and
Yeah, we
everything.
did. We covered Grenada,
And Barbados.
Barbados. What else did we talk
I
about?
love my Lesser Antilles.
What else did we talk about?
Oh, various other sports.
Jacobs Field. And a shot. Gentile has to make the head-eye save. That was dangerous.
Almost
2:10 left here in the second half.
the exact shot that they scored their goal on, just a little lower, and
Yep.
allowed Gentile to get her mitts on the ball and
Under 2 minutes left here in the second half.
prevent another goal.
Gentile has to chase after it. She scoops it up. And maybe she can hang on to it as long as she wants to. 147, 146, 145, 144.
Murph, given that this is my first ever game really announcing the entire game, this outside of halftime stats with Calvin Horning, what would you rate my performance? I mean, I'm interested to hear from a professional broadcaster.
I'll give you a 6.3 out of 10.
I think there's some anti-bias there, but that's all right.
A 6.3 is not bad. It's good, but not spectacular. 1:15 left in the second half. Zanesville to punt it away.
I think the
It's a short punt. Can Grandview keep it in? Arndt kicks it. It looked like it went off the referee there. But the Cats have the ball. Here's Schaefer. 60 seconds left in the game. Schaefer just trying to kill some time, trying to force a corner. A little bit of cat and mouse there. And who did it go off of? It went off of Zanesville. Cats will get a throw in.
Murph, I think with your
Cats are going to play the corner game.
with your assessment of my announcing, I mean, I think there's a margin of error of about 3.7 on that one, but only negative.
There's no, Calvin, there's no
So-
such thing as a 10. There's no such thing as a 10.
Except for my performance
No.
tonight. I mean,
25 seconds left. Let's Cats to attempt a corner kick here. 19, 18, 17, 16. Tia Thomas to kick. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Low kick. Goes towards the middle of the box. And Matty Arndt tries to have one last hurrah. And Grandview's going to win it. 3, 2, 1. The game is over. The air horn is blasted. It still startles me. It still startles you. But we still survived. And the Cats survive with a 2-1 victory. Full-on domination for Grandview Heights here in the first half, but it was 50-50 in the second. And Zanesville got the lone goal, but the Cats prevail, winning 2-1. The goals in this game were scored by Olivia Girardi and Whitney Schaefer. Your final score, Grandview 2, Zanesville 1. Final game of the regular season. Final thoughts?
well, first let's revisit stats with Calvin Horning. Cats outshot them 20-5. Go Cats.
Where'd you find these?
Right there.
Okay.
Final thoughts. I think the Bobcats despite the fact that it didn't really show on the scoreboard at the end of the game, Cats really played a very full game there, really dominated. Only problem is once they get to the playoffs, they'll really need to convert on some more chances if they want to have a good chance to go far. But I think this team is really capable of going as far as anybody can in this tournament.
Your final score tonight, the Grandview Bobcats 2, the Zanesville Blue Devils 1. We will bring the playoffs to you on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. versus Cristo Rey.